Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be day 26 working on Project Betty, the 76 Monarch. Today I'm going to finalize some sanding, get ready for primer. I still need to sand down the rockers on both sides of the car, sand down the mirrors and figure out what I'm going to do to paint them. And I gotta take bumpers off, so I need to tape all that up, take the grill out. I got a lot to do to get ready to prime this or paint it, or I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do yet. Just have to stay tuned and see. I'm looking at the mirror situation here and trying to figure out just how I'm going to be able to paint these mirrors, and plus get in back here on the door. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the mirrors separate. I'm just going to put plastic all around everything here. Maybe space the mirror off the door a little bit, or come up with some way to hold it there. Paint it off the car, and I'll paint that one off the car too. I can use my little touch-up gun for that, and I may even go down and paint like the rockers and bottom part of the door where that's hard to get to with my big gun. So I gotta contemplate this, but I'm 95% sure I'm just gonna paint those mirrors off the car. Well, that one off the car, this one hanging off the car. The mirrors do come apart. 2 screws, and you can take the mirror off the housing, and then I can slip this through there, hang it like that, paint it. No problem on this one. On the other side of the car though, I don't have a lot of slack in the cable to do this. I'm gonna have to investigate crawling in the car and seeing if I could snake some more of that cable through to give me more room. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to crawl under there and take the bumpers off the car. The back one, I'm going to try to just loosen it, slide it back about 1 inch so I don't have to take it all the way off. I just need to get room to paint that stone deflector between the body and the bumper. Show you what I'm going to do as soon as I get this bolt out of here, because I already did it on the other side. Come on. Taking the bolt out, and I'm putting studs in there. These are head studs from an engine. They'll work. Just going to put that in there with a nut on the end of it so that the bumper can't fall off the car, but it'll allow me to slide the bumper toward the rear of the car, and I can paint that part. Put this in there as a safety precaution so the bumper doesn't fall on my head as I take the other bolt out. All these bolts have a lot of undercoating on them now. It's hard to get a wrench on them. It's only held on with 4 bolts, but there's a license plate light and a backup camera that I just put on a while ago, and I don't want to have to unhook that stuff. That's why I'm just going to slide the bumper back. That'll allow access to paint it. And plus, working alone, these things are heavy. Okay, studs are in. That should be good, like right there. So this is the part I need to paint. And the bumper was sitting probably up to here. So sliding that back allows me space to paint that. I'll paint what I can. And then I can slide the bumper forward. See, these white corner pieces go in behind the bumper, and to take the bumper off you got to pull it past that rubbery thing. I don't want to break those are old, probably not easy to replace, so I'm going to do the best I can with what I have to work with. I already took the taillights out. Makes that a little easier. And this, sorry guys, I know the camera works shaky, but you know, you got a door right here. I don't have a lot of space in here, so this panel here is black, so I'm gonna have to tape all that off and tape the center portion off and leave that alone. I already got the front bumper off. This is the stone deflector metal piece that went in behind the bumper. These are attached to the car. These are rubbery. I'm going to leave them there because I had to pull the front bumper off of this rubber. And I'm sure I'm going to chip that up when I put the bumper back on, but that's the way it is. Now these are only screwed on with Phillips head screws. So it's possible I can take those screws out and flex that thing in enough to avoid a lot of paint scrapes. But this bumper was held on with 3 bolts in each bracket. It did not have a bolt up top. That's the way it is in the shop manual too. So there's 6 bolts that hold the front one on. I already took off those bezels. Gotta take the grill off. And that might be the end of part removal. Still got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I might take these screws out, put some longer studs in there, and get the mirror to balance kind of up in this area so that I can still paint in behind it and paint, under it. Getting there slow but sure. This is actually a different day than day 26 started on. This is the next day or the day after, who knows. There's a lot going on, and I have to work on this piecemeal, a little here, a little there, but this is still all considered day 26. So I'm going to shut up and get back to work. The grill came right off, was only held on with about 5 screws. Yeah, 5. There's 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Screws went in from the outside, super easy to get off. So now I need to clean and sand those extensions, clean and sand the, I'm going to call it a stone deflector, whatever this is technically called. They're rubber, but I need to clean and sand that and then start taping everything and get ready for primer. I decided I'm going to use SPI sealer. It's a sealer you put on before paint. It's also a primer. It'll be perfect for this. Okay, this has all been cleaned. I'm going to get some sandpaper and sand down some rough areas. Then I'll get some wax and grease remover and final clean type products right before I paint. I'm going to do the same thing to the front stone deflector and those front corner pieces. I have everything sanded down now. I decided that's going to get painted also with the rest of this so it matches. I have areas down there sanded. I sanded the thin spots back here because I'm going to give that a little bit of white paint when I'm painting the rest. This is all sanded and cleaned. And I sanded this area in here on the under the window where I had a thin spot. That's going to get a little white paint also. So the next step is a bucket of water, some Dawn dish soap, and wash the whole car down. Get a lot of that dust off. Because once it dries, I'll be able to put plastic on everything. And maybe tomorrow, seal it. I don't know. It depends on what's going on. There's a lot going on off camera right now. So I'm going to get done what I can. I'm going to get the bucket of water out. Right there. Scrub that up. Okay, I have that wiped down good. Water, a little bit of Dawn dish soap, mainly to get all the dust off. And then tomorrow, I'm going to come and tape it, put plastic on it. And before I paint, of course, I'm going to have to clean paint, but the dust is off, so now I can tape it easier. That's going to be the end of day 26, working on Project Betty, the 76 Monarch. I thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage. Stay tuned to my channel for more videos. Have a good evening. Bye.